crafty friends. How's everybody? Everybody hear me okay today? Welcome, welcome.
Start at the top.
Yeah, we got Irene and Annette, Betty Gozzle, Mary R. Happy birthday, Mary R. And Roberta, Susan Reed. Hello, everybody. There's Thelma. Hi, Thelma. And I think I got Diane. Hi, Diane. Okay. Catherine, good to see you.
Okay.
I sent your card off, Catherine. We'll see how long it takes to get there. Hi, Sharma. Ooh, today we're going to make bird cards. This is a songbird collection from Kanban, and it is going to be fun, fun, fun. We're going to start with a review of what you get. I don't have a full kit here to show you everything in your kit, but we'll start by taking a look at we'll start by taking a look at some of the cards we've made already. Now, this kit is a use your stash kit, which basically means that you go to your craft stash and you pull out a lot of your own materials to work together with the basics in the kit. Hi, Elsie. In the kit, hi, Pam. You're going to get the basic toppers. You're going to get some sentiments. You're going to get some beautiful foiled background sheets. You're going to get some inserts. You get lots and lots of material. Hi, Brenda. And then you're going to add your own materials to bring these cards to life. So, for example, on this card, I used one of my pieces of paper. I used one of my background sentiments, and I brought in my own card blank. I brought in some mirror board, and I brought in these corners to just make this card pop. This is made on a European A6. I love this one because this bird is almost camouflaged. See him here? Here's our bird. He's almost camouflaged. I think that's really neat. Hi, Glenn. Welcome. Our next card for our inspiration card. This one is also on a European A6. I forgot to put the dimensions of the European card blanks in the newsletter, Catherine, but I will get that done. I don't know if you got signed up for the newsletter yet, but go ahead and get that done if you haven't done it already, and I will get that chart put in for you. In fact, what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and give you the card dimensions for our most used cards, and then I'll give you a couple of layering measurements too, so that it makes it really easy for you to cut things. Hi, Irene. I'm not sure I said hi.
Okay.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. So this one is on a European A6. I used one of those beautiful pieces of foiled cardstock that is included in the kit. I used one of the topper sheets. I added a little bow. I used this blessings tag right out of the tags. And then I just embellished with 4 corner stickers and a bow. Oh, good. Okay. Oh my gosh. You got 6 inches of snow. Diane got 6 inches of snow last night. Wow. So there we go. There's number 2. Here's our third pre-made sample. This one's actually made using one of the insert sheets. This is one of the lighter weight papers out of the kit. But you can see it makes up beautifully in a card. Once again, this is a European A6. And it's got, I'm using one of the tags out of the kit, one of the sentiments. And I put that on some mirror board. I covered my card with mirror board, and then I used gold corners. on my card, and I love the way this turned out. You know, I was just thinking about it, honey. I think maybe I sent my stickers back, forgetting that I was still working on this today. I may need you to go to the back and get my gold folder, if you would, please. Okay, this one's made on a 5x7 card, and I had a piece of blue velvet sitting here, so I covered my card in blue velvet, and then I layered in a piece of Rainbow Mary. I cut my card face out a little smaller than my Mary, and before I attached it to my velvet background, I went ahead and wrapped a ribbon diagonally across the corner. I tied a separate bow and put on there, and I added a happy birthday sentiment to my tag, which I think turned out really pretty, and then I used silver corners on it. I think this card turned out really, really pretty. Next up, do you know what oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Thank you. Okay, this one is a European A6, and I covered my card directly with European A6, and I cut down a piece of Mary, and I put that behind my tag. So I made my tag, I made my Mary just big enough to hold my tag, and then I put corners on the Mary. What I love about this is see how it kind of makes those corners on the mirror board look etched when you add the corners directly to your mirror board. Added a pretty little 1/4-inch bow. It's a 3-4-3 using 1/4-inch green ribbon. Hi, Kim. And next, this is another 5x7. This time I'm going horizontally, and I used a piece of, yes, I had a piece of this pink left over from my insert, so I covered my card with the pink, and then I used some green cardstock to create a layer, and then I cut out my topper and layered that on top of the green. I used another little piece of the pink to just create a box for my sentiment and put some green cardstock behind that. And I used a thinking of you sticker from my stash. And then I put silver corners in. And in this case, I layered this sentiment a little bit over the top of that corner. I like the way this one turned out too. And finally, this is card sample number 7 coming into this class. We're going to make at least 5 more together, so you have at least a dozen card samples for this kit. This is another 5x7. I covered it in silver mirror board. I added some corners, and I added the happy birthday. I loved the way this card came out just like this, so I did nothing else to it. Now, naturally, if you decided that you wanted to, hi Ruth, good to see you, friend. If you wanted to, you could certainly add stickles or something to stickles, or Nouveau drops or something to these if you wanted to. I kind of was just really enjoying the art. So I didn't add anything extra other than just my mirror boards and stickers to most of these. So that's our beginning 7. When you go to make your kit, if you're looking for inspiration, you can go back and, stop the video and take a look and get some more ideas. Okay. Hello, Brenda. All right. So I have a packet here of lots and lots of sentiments and things. So I'm going to just kind of drop those on my table here and keep my little packet because even after making 7 more cards, there's going to be leftovers. This I know. I like this corner. This is one of those insert sheets, and I love that. I like the bird in it. And I think this kind of Swiss dot, I don't know if you can see that. If you look closely, you can see the little Swiss dots in this paper. There you go. I think that little Swiss dot paper will be really useful for other things, for background, maybe for one of my toppers. So I'm going to see what I want to do about, let's see, I think I would like the gold with the yellow. I think that looks nice. Let's get ourselves a... Hi, Sue. How you doing? Thank you, Mary. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started by covering a card in my mirror board. I'm going to use gold this time. This is really a make it on the fly class for me today, so I have no plans going in. I didn't lay these out in any way, shape, or form. I simply came out here, sat down, and decided, let's make some cards. Okay, I can see that this card was scored a little bit off. So I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors. I'm going to trim that up so that I have a nice even card to start with. I don't know why that happens sometimes. Usually these craft style cards are really good, but every once in a while they're off a little bit. Okay, so yeah, never know what you're gonna have. I finished the Easter cards last night. Brittany's making the kits next week, and we'll be able to get those on the calendar. I have decided what we're going to do next Saturday is we're going to go ahead and do the 2 springtime wishes that are already done, the hearts and the galoshes, next Saturday. After what promises to be a pretty intense week in the early part of the week, I thought I might just appreciate having a pretty easy set to work on. So I decided we're going to go ahead and do the hearts and galoshes next Saturday. So that's our kit for next week. We'll take another look at those in a minute. Okay, I'm going to run this card this way. I want my bird on here this way this time, kind of horizontal to my card. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my layer. Since my card is 4 1/4 by 5 7/8, I'm going to cut this layer to 3 7/8 by 5 5/8, which is just 1/4 of an inch smaller than my card base. That will let my mirror show. I have this big, beautiful piece of yellow left to use as a backer for some of my other cards. Honey, grab me some 1/4 inch green satin off the roll up there, would you please?
How much?
A couple yards. Just pull some off. I think this one's a bow coming down in some fashion. I'm not sure, actually. Let's look and see what I have for tags here. Maybe that will help me decide. I like that one. That yellow's pretty. It doesn't show enough though. Well wishes, so that well wishes has the same bird on it, but it's not positioned right for this card. Oh, I like this. Thinking of you's nice. That'll work. That's what I'm going to use. Okay. Now, I need some red tape. You just thought you were going to get to rest. I need red tape too. Let me see if you can find me a thin roll of red tape in one of the carousels. That actually would work okay. I see some paper tape there on the side that's narrow. That would work. Yeah, that'll work. Thank you. Just needed a little thinner tape for this 1/4-inch ribbon. Let's go ahead and tie a little bow. And I'm going to allow myself a little extra on the end so that I can wrap that around my card. I'm going to make a 3, 4, 3 bow here. I'm pretty tickled with the way the Easter cards are turning out, or did turn out, I guess is the proper way to say that, since I finished them last night. We're using the die cut card layers from from Duty, and we've used those before on like our snowman cards. I used quite a few of those die cut card layers. I really like the way that they added to the card. And then we're using those Hardy Craft stickers, not the 3D embellishments. I decided this year we need to do something a little bit different. So I used I think they're called relief stickers, the textured stickers that are thicker. I used those, and I really like the way the cards turned out. That wasn't what I had in mind, but I think I might go to the top with that. A little tape on here. How's everybody doing out there today? Everybody okay? AR's doing okay. Sounds like you're zeroing in on a puppy. Are you guys still interested in the German Shepherd, Mary? Is that still what you think you want to get?
Mary R just got back with Krispy Kreme.
Oh, 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 oh. She got some free for her birthday. Oh no. One of Elsie's grandkids is hospitalized with corona. Is your youngest granddaughter 9 months? Is that what she is, Elsie? Okay, I ran a line of tape across the back of my bow, as I so often do, and I'm peeling the paper tape off of the back. My bow across the top of my card. Go. We'll definitely keep her in prayers, absolutely. Hi, Shirley. I can't decide if I don't know.
I think that's spam.
Shirley's. Ah,
Shirley's spam.
well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe she was having problems typing, but it's also possible it's spam. Okay, well, those two got it. They're on it. I thought maybe Shirley was having a problem with her typing, but it's probably true that she might have been spamming. I always like to think the best, but it doesn't always work out doing that. High fever, and she would not eat. She came home again Monday evening, but had to return Wednesday. Now she's home with slight fever. Okay, so she's out of the hospital. Good, good, good. Okay, so we have our ribbon situated on there, on our bow. I taped my little tag as if it's coming out the bottom there. Gonna layer this onto my card. A tiny little corner of ribbon sticking out there. I'm going to trim that just a bit. Ingeborg. Am I saying that right? Not sure. Find my right side up on my card so I don't put this on upside down. That would be good, huh? We could avoid going upside down. Let's see what else I have in here I want to decorate this with. See if I have some more corners here. Forgot I was still working on these and I gave all my embellishments to Margie to put away. So now I have to see what I can find. Aha! Corners. And more corners. I have some great big corners. I don't know if I will have occasion to use them, but I'm going to pull them out just in case, because you never know. And you might have a perfect card for for a bigger border, a bigger corner. Oh, here's some straight line stickers. Those are always useful. Here's those big corners I mentioned. I'll pull those out. Some fun little butterflies might be pretty. Just digging through my stash. Got some happy birthdays there. I have a few scattered overall greetings that might be useful. I'll pull those out. Oh, very nice thank yous. Okay, I think I have plenty of choices here. Get any more choices, I'll spend all my time trying to choose instead of working. Do you ever do that? Get too many choices out and then you have to spend your time figuring out what to use. I don't know if my corner is going to work in my upper side. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go to the bottom with these corners this time. If I was going to put them on, I needed to put them on before I put my ribbon down. What happened to Annette? This daughter and family came for dinner. Oh. Oh no. Well, the good news is that should clear right up, but that still, I'm sure, made you feel terrible.
Ruth is asking, can I order a bow maker and can I send it to Catherine?
Yes and yes. We would need to, if I'm going to send it for you, Ruth, I need to charge you the international shipping. I recommend getting, if you want to send one internationally, I recommend probably we either take the red one off the magazine or we get the blueberry bow maker. But yes, you can order it and you can either send it directly and I have to charge you international shipping, or I can send it to you and then you can use whatever shipping you choose to use to get it to her. But of course, so I think I'm going to stop there. It's a simple little card, but I like it. I think I'm going to stop right there. It does look like you could use something at the side. I don't know what that would be. Maybe I'll just put a little border in there too. Why not? Let's put a little border on it also. Let's see what we want. Kind of a beat up border hanging on the back of that one. Let's put some of these little, get a little texture while we're at it. Let's see. This fun little texture border. Let's run that along here to the corner. Just to add an extra little element here. Run this along here. Corner. tweezers. These little tiny. Oh. All right. Put this piece here. I'll find myself another one of these. Okay. Another one of these fun little borders off of here. Well, I do think this is adding to our card. I do like this. Okay. I'm going to come in under my bow. Lift my bow up just a bit. Come in under my bow, and there we go. All right. Yeah, I think that helps some. I felt like we had a lot of yellow open on that one side. I think that helped close it in a little bit. And maybe now, just because we still do have a little open space there, maybe we should stick in a pretty little butterfly. Maybe even a couple of butterflies. There we go. All right, now I really am quitting. There we go. Done. All right, that one's done. Okay, let's see. Let's see what I have here in these. Oh, I like that. Like that little bird. In fact, I really like that. It's got the little bit of blue on the blossom. So I think we're going to use that. I'm going to get a little, I'll cut a piece of Mary to go behind it here. Just one of these is going to fit nicely. So how wide is my little bird here? My little bird's about 2¼ inches wide. I'm going to cut this piece to be 2¾ to start with. And let's see how we fit there. That's a nice fit. I think I'll cut it just a little bit shorter. Just a tad shorter. It's 4 3/8. I'm going to cut it to 4. Let's see how this fits. Perfect. Okay, we're going with that. Get some pretty little corners here. This sheet is nice. This is Star Form 1088. And I like this one a lot because it has all different sizes of corners on it. And sometimes you just want a little tiny one. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Okay. Here we go.
It says this summer she's going to make French lavender cards.
Ooh, that sounds beautiful.
Covered in bows.
It's what?
Covered in bows.
Okay. All right. As long as you can send things through regular post, it's not so bad to France and UK. If you have to send parcel rate, it can be much worse than one would normally guess. It can be spendy. We used to ship all over the world. In fact, 40% of our business at one time was international. But then the US Postal Service got all carried away with the rate increases, and it got just exorbitantly expensive to ship out of country, and we stopped doing it. Let's see. I would love to find a really good method of shipping internationally. I keep trying. I haven't found the right service yet, though. There it is. I knew that I had this wider tape somewhere. I use USPS International, yes. The tracking for USPS International, I mean, they say it's tracked, but it's not great. The tracking is not great. And if something goes missing when we ship internationally, you can't even make a claim on it for, let's see, 30 or 60 days. So if you guys decide to send a package to Catherine, the only reliable tracking is by priority mail, but that's going to be pretty expensive. We can do international first class. It could take 3 or 4 weeks to get there, but it's generally less expensive. And like I said, if you guys want to get one and then somebody ship it off directly, that's okay too. Or I can do it for you and save you a trip to the post office, but it's just know that the shipping tends to be pretty steep. But I'm happy to help you, as always. Okay. I like the way that's coming together. Do I still have? Yes, I do, I think. Can you grab me when you can? It's just, I don't need it right this second, but when you can, would you grab me some deep blue 1/4 inch up there, please? Mm-hmm. Bryce is in here making a blanket for his youngest daughter. He made a blanket throw for my mom for just to help keep her comfortable while she's recuperating. And Lauren liked it so much she asked him to make it. So they were off to the yarn store this morning to purchase yarn and make a thrower, a blanket for his youngest daughter. That's a good daddy. Huh?
She had to buy the yarn.
Yeah, he says she bought the yarn. What? Who said that? That luckily they sent something and received updates regularly. It may be better than it has been, Mary. The last time I sent something, I did not get regular updates, but perhaps it's better than it was. That would be fun. That would be nice if they're improving that service. It's certainly expensive enough, so if they're improving the quality of the service, that would be great. Oh, got that on a little unstraight. Fortunately, we have a trimmer here. I may still be able to move it. I don't know. I'm not going to try not to tear up my paper. No, it doesn't want to move. I'm just going to trim that a little. This did something I don't necessarily recommend with these caterpillars, and that is I trimmed through 3 heavy layers at one time. It's better. It would have been better if I opened it up and did that. If you do 3 layers at one time, you risk making your blade jump up off the track. Then you have to get your screwdriver out and reset your blade, which is not a big deal, but it takes time. And we don't want to do it in the middle of a class, so it would be better if I didn't do that. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I would have been better off with a different color. How about, I'm going to keep that. Can I have some off-white? There's some kind of ivory, or some off-white in the very top row to the left. Okay. Okay. Let me see what it would look like if we put corners out here too. It might be interesting. Worst case, I don't like it and I take them off. Thank you. As if by magic, I request white and it falls on the desk in front of me. As if by magic. Using the same style of sticker, just going with the bigger one here. Oops. This sticker sheet, in case you care, with all the different borders, is 1033. Well, it doesn't have different borders, it has different corners. All different corners. Okay. Yeah, I actually think that white's going to be better with the light blue. Excuse me. Okay. Tying 343. This little 1/4 inch double-sided off-white. almost didn't leave enough of a tail on this one. This little tiny piece. I got a little too frugal there with my ribbon. Sharpen my scissors a little bit before I try to cut that. Upward at an angle towards the end of the ribbon. Get that little whale tail in there. Starting on the fold side. Didn't get those sharp enough yet. I've been using adhesive with these. I've got adhesive on the blades. I need to clean my scissors and then sharpen them. Well, that looks pretty. I think that's going to work out nicely. Bring that up a little bit and see what kind of a grading would work here. Just because there. Okay, I think it's time to glue those down. I'm liking the way that looks. As I figure out what I did with my glue bottle. Okay. Remember, when you're putting glue on the back of mirror board, keep that glue line really light, because it can actually, the glue line can show through your mirror board. And you get a little ripple line around the edge. So be careful when you're putting, I'm just going to glue this down so I don't have to dig out my best glue. This Cosmic Shimmer is not perfect for bows, but you know, it's not bad either. It's probably the best glue I've found for gluing them directly if I'm not using best glue ever. Okay, I think we'll stop there. There's our pretty little bird. Okay. I need a tissue. I'm not sure what it is that's budding out here, but there's something budding out that is causing me the sniffles. It is just one of those things I live with. Pretty much year round. There's either something budding out or something that is blooming or pollinating, or there's always something. Okay, so we have 2 cards down. All right, let's see what else we have here. This is another one of our little inserts. And here's another one of our inserts. This little bird here is really cute. And we might be able to use some of this yellow behind him to just frame him in nicely. I think that would look good. Use some of the yellow off this other insert. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm thinking maybe about a 5x5 would be good. Lose just a tiny bit of our image, but I don't think we have to go as big as a 6x6. Hi, Inez. Good to see you. Almost the entire country changes time today, Catherine, except I think the state of Arizona, and I'm not sure who else now doesn't observe daylight time.
Alaska?
Not sure. Okay, I'm going to cover my card in this pretty yellow we had left over. I think that's really nice. That's a different sheet entirely. I'm going to cover my card with this yellow. So bright and pretty. Yes. And then we switch it the other way. In the spring, it goes forward an hour, and in the fall, it goes back an hour. Hi, Adeline. Welcome, friends. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this yellow down on my card. In the end, it doesn't change, huh? Okay. Or I can actually voted to eliminate daylight savings time, but the feds wouldn't let us do it. They said it was getting too confusing, and until the whole country went, they weren't going to let any more states do it. I'm sure it gets very confusing, Brenda. I kind of wish we just do away with daylight savings time. It's just too confusing. Let the clock be the clock. But that's just one person's opinion. I love that we can use these lighter weight insert sheets to just be pretty additions on the rest of our cards. Okay, I've got a 5x5 card here. Let me measure, make sure it's actually 5x5. It is. So I'm going to go 4 3/4 wide. And then I'm going to see where that takes me. Oh, I can go right to the top to go 4 3/4 there.
Hi to Adeline.
Who?
Adeline.
Oh, I did say hi to Adeline already. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit extra off. I'm going to take it off the bottom, I think. I think maybe a little bit more now. I'm going to 4.5. And 4.5. Let's see what that looks like. That looks really nice. Now, I'm trying to decide if maybe I might like to put a little piece of gold Mary between the yellow and the white. It doesn't have to have this really soft, beautiful look right now. But I think it might look really neat if I did that. Because I can hold one up in here and see what I think. Just a really thin line. Oh, I do like it though. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I need a little bigger piece of Mary though. A great big piece of Mary, but I can use it for other things too. Okay. I just want a little tiny border around here. Just enough to really make that pop. Aren't these just beautiful toppers, the Songbird collection or the papers? I think they're really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and then I'm going to cut it by hand, I think. Yeah, but then Betty, when we get the fall back, then you lose time here, you lose your light even faster. So I love it when it goes forward. I agree with that. But then I hate it when it goes back again. Elsie picked it up on the rerun that I'm going to send her. Haven't made it yet, but I intend to. I'm going to send her a Northern Lights card. Okay. Okay, I need to buff off a little bit of my glue here at the bottom. There we go. Just had a little smudge there. Okay, I'm just going to cut this really tiny. Just use your paper cutter for this if you're not comfortable just cutting into your card. I just want a little tiny border around it, like that. There we go. Look at that now. Isn't that pretty together? I like that a lot. Okay, now, question, do I want to go with the blue ribbon up here? Or do I want to go with the green ribbon up here? Green or blue? I'm not sure. Green. Green seems to kind of fit. Oh, the vote is blue. Are there other votes? I have green. I have one. I have one. Yes. Do we want blue? Or do we want green? I have one vote for green, one vote for blue.
One says too dark. The other says blue.
Blue. I have two votes for blue, one vote for green. Do I have a bright yellow up there? Blue, 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 blue. Oh, blue, blue, blue. I think blue's winning so far. Let's just confuse things. I think in the little spools at the bottom there might be a yellow.
I have this yellow that's that air see-through, whatever they call it.
Oh, yeah, let's try that. Bryce is going to bring us one more choice here. We'll pop in for fun. We also have yellow. Okay, now you got one more choice, guys. We got yellow, we got blue, or we got green. Lavender. There's always got to be one in a crowd, Laura. Green. Yellow. Blue. What's the number for the stickers you're using? The yellow stickers.
Oh, no, she's voting yellow, but
she's voting yellow.
Sticker number.
The sticker number. Oh, on the it. I may not have all of these since this is a stash user class. I'm not sure I have these anymore. If this is the one you're talking about. I do have these beautiful thank yous, though. I believe I still have these from. In fact, maybe I'll make this. Bryce being controversial with yellow. Oh, the butterflies. I'm not sure how many of the butterflies I have either. Let me give you the number and then you can see. It's a hot off the press sticker, 2535, I believe. Yellow. 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 Okay, so I need to know it's down to yellow or blue.
Let's pick a color.
Pick a color and go with it. Huh? I'm going to tie a bow and wrap around there, and then we'll see. Well, I let them vote, and then I changed the order. That seemed really not fair. So letting them vote again made sense. What I do as a bow maker and all this good stuff I have sitting here. Let's see. What did I do with it? I don't know. I have another one. Bryce picked yellow, so do I, Catherine said. Okay. I'm going to tie a yellow and I'm going to tie a blue, and we'll see which one looks the best. The one that looks the best wins. How's that sound? This is actually that woven iridescent ribbon. A bunch of you have this. I may be tying that too big. I started to tie a 4-5-4. I think it needs a 3-4-3 again. I'll tie one in each color. Just hold them up there. I'll use it. I'll use it in a different card, if not this one. How about both, Ruth says. There's a peacemaker in every crowd, Ruth. I think that's your job. Bryce, are you counting the votes? Mary R says.
Nope.
He says, nope, he's over there just crocheting away. Okay. Now this woven iridescent does have a front and back, so I'm looking for the duller side to be the back. Okay. Here's yellow. There's yellow. Here comes blue. How is Bob doing? Bob's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. So I think, I'm not sure if I told you guys before, but I think I did, that I get AFib episodes where my heart rate goes out of whack. And I had one of those this week, and I was pondering whether or not to go to the hospital. It was at night, and Bryce was just getting ready to go to bed, and we were trying to decide, do we or don't we go? And no, the pink bone maker here, Thelma, is a really old one. So I was pondering whether or not to go to the hospital and go get cardioverted if necessary. And I told Bryce, I don't want your dad. He was still up at that point, and I told him, I don't want your dad to wake up and us not be here and worry him. Lauren was still here, but I didn't want to. We didn't want to worry Bob if he woke up and nobody was there, you know. So I we went ahead and told him that I might have to run to the hospital. But just after I told him, then it started to kind of self-resolve. And so I told the guys, go ahead and go to bed, and Bryce, I'll wake you up if I decide I need to go. So Bob sat up with me for a little while, and I could tell he was really worried. And I kept trying to reassure him, it's okay, I think it's getting better by itself. And he said, okay. And finally he said, well, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. And he was in bed not 30 minutes, and he came out and he said, do you want me to drive you to the hospital? And I told him that, I reassured him again and said, no, actually, I'm not sure I'm going to have to go at all. It's really getting quite a lot better. And so he said, okay. And I sent him back to bed. And after he went back to bed, I kind of giggled a little to myself, thinking, if the if the AFib doesn't get me, I think the trip to the hospital with Bob driving just might. He was so sweet, though. Oh my gosh, what a sweet man. He was really worried about it. And as it turned out, I didn't have to go to the hospital. I kind of bounced in and out of AFib all night. But it did self-resolve by morning, and I didn't need to go in at all. But Bob was so cute. You want me to drive you to the hospital? No. I thought, oh, if AFib doesn't give me a heart attack, that trip to the hospital almost certainly would. He is just the sweetest man. I just love him. He was telling Bryce's sister about it today, and he was still upset about it. Sorry about that. I'm sorry now I even said anything, since it did resolve itself. This blue bow just is not cooperating. You ever get one like that? Where you just don't like it when you get it done? I'm tying another one. I'll untie that one later and retie it. But he was so sweet. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's just, it's just something I live with, Catherine. It's just something that's, kind of been there my whole life. And when did that start? It hasn't been my whole life. It's been since we were married, but
Yeah.
But it's 20 years.
Not 20, maybe 15.
But it's 20 since I had the very first episode. And every, you know, it goes 2 or 3 years between times. This time was a little bit shorter, but it usually goes 2 or 3 years between times. And if it doesn't, if it hangs on too long, then I have to go in and they zap me and get it back in rhythm. And it's just something I live with. Yeah, I think it's the combination of stress and the things with my mom. In fact, we spent the whole day that day talking about living will issues with my mom. Some very candid conversations about circumstances under which you do and don't want to be resuscitated. And that was pretty stressful because of the things with mom. I haven't been sleeping well, and when I get sleep deprived, that's one of the things that tends to come up. And then you throw in some hormones just for fun, just for kicks, and that's a perfect recipe for AFib right there. Yeah. And when the AFib kicks up, I watch the blood pressure pretty closely too, and it went up a little bit just because I was worrying about the AFib. Strangely enough, the AFib self-resolved and the blood pressure behaved too. Yeah, I bet he did. I mean, how many times have I had it, honey? Annette said her brother had it 10 different times. I'll bet I've had 6 or 7 now. I handle it well on the outside, Catherine. But then I lay awake nights and worry, and that doesn't do your body any good. It doesn't tend to like that. But anyway, I'm fine now. Poor Bryce, he's the one I feel sorry for because he's sitting in the room every time they cardiovert me, and he says that's pretty stressful sometimes. No, not the blue. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not necessarily using the blue yet. There's the blue. Actually, I forgot I wasn't putting it on there. Here's the yellow.
Much better.
No, I actually didn't decide on the blue. What about the yellow? Okay, give me a 1 for blue, a 2 for yellow. Quick, 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 let's vote because we need to move on. I got 2 more cards to make in this. At least 2 more. Changing my vote to yellow. That's why I made both votes so you could see them and then you could decide. 1 for blue, 2 for yellow. So far I got 3 yellows, 4 yellows, 5 yellows.
Oh, yeah. Total yellows.
Yellow because of the way the color bounces. I think the winner is yellow. It's all yellow. Okay, yellow it is. We are doing yellow. Okay. I need to make sure that my ribbon is turned so that the dull side faces me. They're both pretty, but I want the shiniest side up. Yellow wins big time. Big time. Yellow is the big winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I wonder where that saying came from. I always associate it with carnivals, but anybody know where that saying came from? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I don't know. Okay, I put my strip of tape right down. Whoops. And it's still trying to peel up. So move to a different place. Guy Fieri said it. I think it was long before Guy Fieri, but yeah, he does say it all the time, doesn't he? Bryce watches all the cooking shows, so I probably would never see Guy Fieri say it if it weren't for Bryce's love of the cooking channel. But he and Lauren, they love that. Okay. All right. I kind of made one side longer than the other, but I decided I wanted that bow to sit up a little bit. Now I might want to change tags. Let me see. That doesn't have enough contrast. Ooh, like that. Oops. Maybe I'll just put a sticker on it now. I think the joy does work, though. I think the joy works. Came from Vegas. Chicken dinner cost $2 and a bet was $2. So if you won the bet, you won the chicken dinner. I believe you, Ruth. That sounds like a very plausible answer. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You never know the things you'll learn on this show, do you? All this and card making too. Thank you, Google, she says. Oh, you guys are great. All right, let's put this on here. I want that to sit up. I might actually, do I want it to sit up? I kind of think I want that to sit up. Why not? Why not? Let's just put some of this tape on the back and make this stand up. I got that scammer. You're right on top of them. Not a single one gonna get by you, are they, Mary? Oh. Yep, all this and card making too. What more could a person ask? Mary R., what's your superhero name? Oh. Thank you, Mary. us a thumbs up if you haven't done that yet. We sure love it. It makes me feel good. And it helps us to get introduced to new crafty friends when they recommend our videos to other viewers. So you can never have too many crafty friends. You just gotta love this group. All right. Oh, I like that. Setting that up a little bit. I don't know why. It just makes me happy. Joy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Okay. Now, who was that? Who did that? Happy, happy, joy, joy. I don't remember. Is that SquarePants? SpongeBob? Or who does that? I don't remember.
Never heard of it.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. No, it's not something just out of my head. Help me out here, guys. He thinks I imagined it. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Yes. You know what I think? I've been thinking about the Z thing. Beautiful. Yes. I've been thinking about the Z thing with the Ukraine invasion. And I think what the Ukrainians need to do is to join the two ends of the Z and make that into an infinity. Ren and Stimpy, it might have been. It might have been. I've never watched them much, but I have seen them. That might be where it was. I think you're right, Diane. Oh, and Marianne concurs. Yes. So I think they should join the two ends when they take the tanks and the cars and the trucks. I think they had to join the two ends of the Z and make an infinity sign out of that Z. That's what I think. I like the way that speaks to their defense of their country. I think they should turn that Z into an infinity sign. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Should they do that? Should they turn that into an infinity sign? I like that idea. Okay, I have this beautiful all over bird pattern. And I think we need to use that. We have not used any of that. So we're going to use some of that bird pattern. Oh, and then we have these big ones. Let's see what we got in these big ones. What matches? It's one of these. Yellow bird. There's yellow birds on there. Oh, this bluebird's on there too. I might need a bigger card for this though. Put some mirror behind him. Yes, let's do that. Okay, can you see if you can find me a 6x6, honey?
What color?
White. Oh, 6x6 white card. Because I'm sure my 5x5 is not going to do it. No, it's not going to do it. You wouldn't see the background at all. Dig through Brittany's kit cupboard over there. Let's see what else we have here. I could maybe use a smaller one. And here's this little bird. I could make a smaller one first with this. I'm going to have enough to do more than one card. Let's do this one. Maybe we could use that blue. I'm going to go ahead while he's digging up a 6x6. That looks to be promising. Yes.
7x7.
That is a 6x6. That's good. I think we can do that. Okay, so I'm going to make a 6x6 and I'm going to make a European A6. And thank you. Okay. Just need to make sure I'm going to have room for my 6x6 once I make my. Yep. I don't have room, but I'm going to cover this one first. So I get my big card done first. Okay, let's see. Let's do, of course, if I put mirror board down on this first, then I could make this layer a little smaller and get more cards out of this cardstock sheet. So I think I'm going to do that. Okay. I'm going to add my. I see another thank you, Google, in our future. So it's a French company, DMC. That's interesting. Okay, since I have a 6x6 card, I'm going to trim off my edge here. What did we do before we had Google? Run to the library. That's what we did. Look things up in encyclopedias.
That's when you could still run.
Huh?
So that's when you could still run.
I'm not going to repeat his comment this time. It was rude. Made up answers. That's probably exactly what happened. We all just made up answers. You guys ever played that game Balderdash? It's an old game now, but it was. I don't know if it's still around. I presume it is. You have some definitions and you read the definitions off the card and then you make up your own and see whether or not you can con people into believing that your crazy definition is for real. Why is Bryce being rude to us? We love Bryce. He's not being rude to you, Mary. He's being rude to me. He told me that back in the days when you'd run to the library was back in the days when I could run. That's what he said. Back in the days when you could run. So, there we go. All right. This looks nice. Look at our birds. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and I want to use that great big bird. What did I do with the big bird? Oh, there it is. I like this big bird, but he has to be set apart from the crowd in some way. So I either need a color behind him Or I need Mary behind him. Let's see what we can find on our table here. Just an idea. No, that's, I think it's going to have to be Mary. Bryce is being naughty, Mary said. Now this topper is almost so big that we lose all that beautiful background. Maybe I should wait and use him on that one. Let's see about a smaller one that matches. Ooh, this is pretty. Love this one. Love this one. I think we'll go with the smaller one because that big one was just taking over our background and we wouldn't see all our pretty birds in the back. So I'm going to get a little piece of Mary. That's not quite going to do it. I'm going to get a little piece of Mary. I don't know if they make encyclopedias anymore. Remember when every household had them? We did. We had encyclopedias at our house. Okay, let's see. I'm going to cut a piece of Mary to go behind my bird. I'm going to do a 3.5-inch square. Mary to go behind my bird. You know what? That other piece I had probably would have worked for this. Darn it. Okay, now what did I do with my little topper when I threw it out of the way? There it is. I almost cut it too small, didn't I? I was so worried about having enough to show off my just curious what would happen. I put these big corners in here. Yep, I remember when we used to get them for groceries too. I do. Of course, you got pots and pans and dishes and all kinds of things for buying groceries. I have a place setting for 12 that my grandmother acquired in one of those giveaways at the grocery store. They're pretty dishes. I still use them as my good dishes because we have so many of them that we can handle a big crowd. That's pretty. I like that. Okay. I'm going to put this bird on here. And then I'm going to look and see if I might want to use the other corners. You know, when I ask you for a 6x6, you suppose I could get another one? What do you do with my other corners? I've lost my other corners. I know, look left. I'm looking left. It's not there. Okay, time to clean up a little of my mess so I can find my things. Thank you. Like manna from heaven, here came a cardstock again. And it still used this big, beautiful bird. I just needed a big, beautiful piece of cardstock to put it on. Let's see. How about, should I make this a happy birthday or a just because bird? Maybe a just, or just for you. I think maybe just because. That looks good. Now, if I just knew what I did with those other corners. Other corners. Aha! Aha! Okay. And do I want to embellish that? I'm not sure. I think I do. I think we'll glue this down first. It's kind of been my theme for this kit is the use of the foil corners. I kind of like developing a theme and going with it through a set. I think it's fun to find ways to fit them in, whatever my theme is. Okay, do I have 4 of those? Yes, I do. Well, let's see what it looks like if we put corners on our mirror board too. Alrighty. Let's see. A little hanger on her in there. There we go. There we go. I like that. I think that's pretty. That would be fun, Betty, to do a Zoom sometime so we can actually see each other. Oh, I got that on crooked. See if it'll peel. I don't know. Might peel a little bit. There we go. Can't believe I got away with that. But I did. Oh, you're sweet, Kathy. Debbie, this is your spring runaway collection. Yes, it is. What's my excuse the other 3 seasons? Okay. There we go. There we go. Here's our pretty bird card using our background. I like that. I like that one. Okay. Now we're going to use that big topper yet. I like him, but it's big. I think we can use this one without putting anything behind it, which is kind of cool. So let's do that. Let's use this big one over here. This is another of the variations of cardstock in your kit. You just get so much in this kit. Beautiful. I like these birds. Well, that's going to look good on there. I like him on there. He wanted something that was a dramatically different color than him since there was so much going on with him already. Let's look at our tags, sentiments, and see if we can find something appropriate for him. Love today and always. Maybe. On your birthday? Still have that bow. I think this is a kingfisher, isn't it? With the long beak. You guys tell me because I'm not great with birds. This is a birthday greeting that really wants transfer tape. wrestling with this is just an amazing amount of quiet for me, but I'm wrestling with my sticker. This really was a sticker that wanted transfer tape, and I'm trying to do it without. And, well, you can see how much success I'm having. But it's an amazing amount of quiet for me.
Probably think the internet stopped.
Yeah, they probably do. I think, what? Where's the sound? Debbie never is that quiet. I'm not sure that now that I got it on there, that happy birthday really shows enough to be worth the effort, because it really kind of drops into the background, doesn't it?
Yeah, that pattern doesn't work.
Yeah,
Needs
it
to get
really doesn't
mounted
work.
on something.
So I'm pulling this one off, and I'm not even going to try to save it because it was a pain in the rear end to get on there. What if I put it on a piece of something else, though? What if I put it on I still have some loose yellow. Actually might work okay. Let's trim a piece of this and just see what happens. I don't know that this is going to work. I don't know that it's not going to work. We're just going to try it. I'm just going to trim a little square of yellow. Put it down there partially under the topper. And then see what happens if I put a greeting onto the yellow. Let's see what happens. I don't know. That actually looks pretty good. Yeah. I'm thinking, I know that's always dangerous. I'm thinking what would happen if I use one of my scraps of Mary I have here, put just a tiny, tiny border around that, like that, to make that look like more of a finished tag. I think I like that. I think I should go with that. I think I'm also going to trim this down a little bit more. Put a little tiny border around that. Whoa. Kind of got a little carried away with my blue bottle, running it over the edge there. Got it on my finger, but just a little tiny border around that. Just a little. Trim this off. What do we think, guys? Do we need something else here? Kind of thinking maybe our bird, now that we got our tag on here, maybe our bird needs a surround. What do you guys think? I like the bird just on the.
I think it would distract too much.
I think it would distract too much. I don't think it would have to. Might be a little work if I decide to do that.
Already at almost 4 o'clock.
Oh, I'm good. I'm doing. Oh, oops, that's silver. That's not gonna work.
Diane suggests adding the blue ribbon.
Add the blue ribbon. Well, the yellow now grabs your attention. That's what I'm worried about. I just squished up my blue ribbon. Let's see. Yeah. It's the disjointed. We gotta pull it all back together. So I think we're going to need to. I can't think of one way I can do this without taking all day. Where are my rounds? Get my round circle dies out here. I love my circle dies. I use them all the time. Let's just try cutting one of these and see what we think. See what we think when we do it. I don't know. Only problem is I buried my cutter over here and all of my various treasures. Okay, we'll see you next week, Catherine. Thank you. We'll take all those prayers. Okay. Crafting live, you never know what you're going to get. You just start with a thought and go from there, huh? You never ever know. Ooh, that's kind of cool looking, I must say. It's kind of cool looking. Just down and slightly behind. Life's just a box of chocolates, isn't it? You never know what you're going to get. Says our good friend Forrest Gump. Your card should be there in a few days, Catherine. I sent it out this week. This may be just too wild, but you know, sometimes you just gotta try stuff. You never know what you're gonna get. This may just be too wild, or it may be just right. Not sure which. Maybe if we brought the yellow one in, maybe. I do like the idea of adding gemstones too. I think we add some here and here. I don't know, this is odd, but I think I kind of like it. I'm going to glue this down and we're going to see. It may not be my favorite card. Maybe it may end up being my favorite card. I don't know. I'm going to glue it down. See what we get. Put some gold stones on it. See what happens. Never know. You never know what you're going to get. Take out the gold? Really? I don't think so. I think if I take out the gold, the two prints are going to kill each other. I think I need the gold. Let's try and put some nail heads on it and see what we get. I don't know. You guys do know that for all the cards you see, there are also cards you don't see when I do my samples. This may be one of those. You never know. It may be one of those you wouldn't have seen if we were not working live. Then again, never know. Those are ambers. Those are ambers. I do have gold, silver in here somewhere. I might like the ambers. I'll keep those. I'll keep looking for my gold and silver too. That's what I was looking for. Okay, let's see what we get here. I don't know. I do not know what it's going to be like. But we will find out. Would be better when I glued that on if I had glued it straight. I end up having to cut another one because I can't glue straight. Or I might just be able to pop it off and see. Let's see. This is all underneath, so nobody's going to know anyway. If I can put that on there straighter. See if now that I've been looking at it, I wanted it all. White's not bad. Not so sure about this one. Let's get some rhinestones on here and see what we think. That's too big. Need to go a little smaller. Sometimes when I get stymied with a card, I just set it aside and make something different. So I think I'm going to leave this just like this for now. Then I'm going to look back at it in a while and decide if I like it or not. I'm going to leave it just like this for now. And just set it up there. And I'll come back to it. Then make one more. And then I think we're going to be out of time. What time is it, huh?
4:06.
4:06. Oh, yeah, I got 20 minutes, yeah. Let's make a different one. And we'll come back to that one. We'll see what, if anything, we want to do to it or with it. Because sometimes you just got to let it percolate. Yeah, I lost the yellow circle. I decided I didn't like that. And I think you're right. I think that my greeting up there might just be too much just for you. So I might have to find a different way to do that. But right now I'm just going to let it perk. And let's do something different. All right, let's see. What else we got left in here? It's fun. There's so many fun things in here. Actually, I saved some of this card to make a 4x6, didn't I? What was I going to put on it? I don't know. Look at all these toppers we have left, guys. I've made 12 cards so far. And look at all the toppers that are left. So much material here to work with. So many good things. I know I'm just tempting fates by working with another one of the flower-shaped ones right away. But I do like that one. What did I put it on? Oh, you know what else I have? Where's all my little foiled toppers? I have probably a yellow one in there. Look here. Oh, I like that a lot. Let's go with that one. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. That's pretty. Let's make something pretty and easy. Let's do something pretty and easy. I'm going to use that blue bow yet too. You watch and see if I don't. That blue bow is going to get used. That cardstock is perfectly sized for a European A6. I've messed with this bow too much. You know, sometimes they're perfect when you make them, and the more you mess with them, the more you mess them up. This one has been messed with a lot. See if we can bring him back from the edge of destruction. Or maybe we'll make it again. Oh, no. No, don't tear my paper. Okay, off you go. Off you go. I think I need a wider piece of blue, please. Because now I have to fix the nick in my paper. I'm gonna go right down here, or I could come across
The
here.
dark blue or a light
Yeah,
blue?
the dark blue, just the 5/8. Yeah. I only need like, yeah, that much, maybe even a little less than that. Okay, we're gonna retie that bow. Thank you. I'm gonna use a wider one. Okay. I'm hearing you say ink the edges. Make a 4-5-4. Better make a longer tail than that if I'm gonna wrap it around there. 4.
They also said you could put your bow straight instead of over a corner.
4. Yeah, I'm actually coming straight down here. 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4. I do like the idea you guys have of inking the edges too. I saw where Thelma said that last time, and somebody said that this time, and then that would be good. What's Thelma's comment? It's off my screen now.
She agreed putting it away. Sometimes we see things
Oh,
different
yeah.
distances.
Absolutely true. And setting it back away from you. Yes. Yes, both of those things. True, true, true. And get my regular hunky-dory tape. Actually, when I use items that are directional, I try to point them towards the inside of the card. I think it's more engaging to get the things to point to the inside. It's for that reason that I won't move the bird over here, because then he's looking out away from the card. I want him looking into the card. So I'm going to bring my ribbon right down over the boo-boo there. I'll get an ink pad out here in a minute. We'll touch that edge up a little bit. Ooh, that blue's pretty. That is pretty stuff. Boy, really gotta clean these scissors. They don't want to work on my ribbon because of all the foam and stuff I've been cutting with them. Oh, don't ever say you're sorry, Mary. I just wanted to explain why I wouldn't do that, probably because see how he looks going into the image? It just works out better if it's pointed in. Okay. Isn't that pretty blue ribbon? Oh, I love it. And it really wanted the wider 5/8 on here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's get some blue ink. Ink that bird up a little bit. I think we want a pretty rich blue. Oh, Blue Lagoon, that might be a little too bright. Maybe a French blue. Nautical blue. I think I like that one. We'll see what it looks like. Put it on a little piece of paper first. Make sure we like the color. That is not the right shade of blue. Okay, I might even have to go to purple to get that really deep, rich color. Or maybe a marker. I'm not sure I have the right shade of blue in that pad. But that's never a problem if you have other tools available. Because we could use a marker to do the same thing. This Blue Lagoon, I think, is going to be too light also. Yep, that's not going to work either. Okay, I think I'm going to change my mind. Woman's prerogative. Okay, let's go to, that might be my color. When all else fails, grab your big intensity markers. There's our color. That's our color. And just come in with my big intensity marker. It doesn't need a lot of ink around it, just a little outline of ink around it, which is a little challenging with this flower petal configuration we have here on this topper. But I think I can get it close enough to inside there. Okay, there we go. Now we got blue around it. I'm liking that. That looks beautiful. Beautiful. And put some corners out here somewhere. All right. Let's try this pretty corner. Like that. I like that. Like that. And like that. I think it's time to tack down the bird. Maybe put a word on it. Let's see. You can have just like a hello or a best wishes or something here. Love, hello. I actually kind of like the hello for this one. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? Hello. Hello. We're going with it. We're going with it, guys. Got some of these big foam tabs here and make this fast. I like it. I like it. Oh, I could have colored the hello blue. I could have just, I don't know if I can get it off and color it now. Maybe I can. Let's see. Pick that up with my tweezers since I have lots of ink around it. dry spot. We have one place I didn't get it as well. Interested time, maybe I'll go ahead and grab that and put it on. To be careful not to smudge my card. Good suggestion. There we go. Done. All right, let's go back to that other one. That pesky card. That was not behaving. I think it decided, well, I've looked at it up there. I really don't like it as it is. So we have to, I think that's got to go away. I think this royal blue inspired me to bring a bow in on this one. Just tie a single just for the sake of seeing what this looks like, since that's how much ribbon I have. I'll just tie a single. If I even have enough for that, I think I do. I get underneath. Okay, I need another piece of this 5/8 inch, honey. The single's not doing it for me. It needs a double or a triple.
Another 3 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just, I'm only using this to just guide where to put it. Try these big corners again. Big corners are interesting. They're like net. Thank you, honey.
Mm-hmm.
They're even better if you put them on straight. Just a little something I've learned along the way. Okay. All right. I'm going to go to 4. Let's go over here. And I'll do a 4-5-4, I think. That's a pretty big card. It wants a pretty good sized bow. Sometimes if you have to work too hard at a card, it's just because you started out off, you know? I think my idea with Just For You was interesting, but the truth is it just didn't work. And you got to be willing to say, oops, that didn't work. Let's try something different. And this is going to be much, much better now. There are so many gorgeous toppers in this kit, guys. If you didn't get yours yet, there's still some left at $15. This kit is an amazing value. So get yours. We've done a dozen different cards here. And it's just so pretty. The birds are so pretty and soft. And if you want to glam them up a little bit, you can certainly add some stickles and stuff to them too. That's so much better. That's so much better. Oh my gosh, so much better. I do like that a lot. Okay, now I want to look at this and see if there's anything that I want for a sentiment. Do I even want a sentiment? I have a best wishes. That's nice. But where would I put it now? In a single word, love. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I'm gluing it down. We're done. We're done. Gluing her down. Uh-oh. Dang it. Ah, I caught it. Anything worse than having just the right number of pearls out and then losing one on the floor. Left my glue bottle uncapped. Zap me, guys, zap me. If I could just remember to put the little stopper on it, life would be so much quicker. No. Is Lauren making crab cakes tonight? She better. We're going to lose that crab.
I believe so.
If she doesn't make it tonight, we need to have cocktails or something because she can't. We cannot waste beautiful Dungeness crab. I hope it's not been out too long now. It should be fine.
It's fine. Took a long time to thaw.
Yeah, it was really solid. I like this one now, guys. You know, sometimes you just got to set stuff back and look at it again. And if it isn't going to be what you want, it's okay to take it apart and do it again. If you're using liquid glue on this ribbon, don't overdo it because you don't want it sopping through your bow. Still believe the best choice is the best glue ever. I just don't always want to take time for it to dry in class. If I were making it individually, I'd probably use that. Look at that one now. Wow! We've had some Dungeness crab in our freezer for a long time, and I spotted it in there, and I told Lauren, she gave me some coupons for my birthday. She makes really good crab cakes. And she gave me some coupons for cooking for my birthday. I told her I wanted to use a coupon and have her make me crab cakes. So she took it out. But then I was going to trim that. But I think I'm just not going to, I think I'm just not going to mess with it anymore. I'm going to leave the tails and everything right where they are because I'm loving that. I think that's beautiful. Sometimes you just got to get away from it for a minute. Let's take a look at what we've made. Here's this one, our 6x6. Loving it now. Totally loving it now. I didn't know what I'd think of that background paper. I gotta say, I really, really like it. Let's see. Here's our last one. So pretty. Let's see, where do the rest of our creations go? I gotta show you guys what I've got left after 12 cards too. I'll gather this up and show you what's left because you are not gonna believe how much is left here. Our card from earlier. Also today. Love this. This is one of my favorite from today. I really like this. And this is our 5 cards from today. Let me show you one more quick time. Our other inspiration cards, I talked you through them earlier. So this is card number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Sometimes you can't help but go to the outside like this one. He's pointed to the outside of my card, which is not my preference. It's just that's the way it was on the paper, and there was no way of turning it around. It was either don't use him or point him to the outside. At least he's not right on the edge, though. This one. Here's 10, card number 10. 11. And 12. Now let's gather up my stash here and move it off to the side. Let's take a look at what we actually have left in this kit after 12 cards. I can't believe how much we have left. Put my rings away before I lose them. Okay. Tossing that. All right. I still have 5 toppers here. I still have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in total. I have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, plus a lot of little pieces. 17 toppers left there. Up, here's more. 18, 19, 20, 21, plus a couple little ones. 21 toppers. I think there might be a couple in my stash. I have most of this piece of card left, even though I didn't actually use the piece I cut out of that. I have this whole piece of card left. I have enough for 2 cards left here. I have enough for 2 cards left here. I have another of our beautiful inserts that has that yellow. So we've got lots of extra material for use there. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of my A6 foil toppers left. I have another insert sheet here that has another nice image on it. Oh, and look here. I have another insert with a whole sheet of that beautiful pink to use. Got a few scrap pieces here and there I might use. And then move my stash out of the way. I still have some of that beautiful yellow print left. I have toppers and readings in this stack left. I'm not tossing any good pieces there. So I still have all this. Let's see if I can get it where you can see it. There we go. I still have a whole big stack of tags and sentiments here. I moved it so you can see it. I still have a big lot of tags and sentiments here, and there's a few big enough to be toppers. See, look there. This is almost big enough to be a topper if you put some words on it. That's what's left after 12 cards. So this is a super rich kit. And that should keep you busy for quite a while. Let's take a look at what's coming up. You guys want a sneak peek at Easter? I'll give you just a sneak peek. Okay. All right, let's do, this is coming up on Thursday. This is Margie's teacup class is coming up. We've got this one. She did ask you to do some pre-cutting. Thank you guys. Hit that like button if you would, please. Here's another teacup. A third one. And she's actually included this pop out in your kit. Let's see if I can get it. We have our gift card holder. And she has her Scooby-Doo van. I think that's just adorable. It really does look like the Mystery Machine. That's Thursday's class. Saturday. Next Saturday, we are going to do our hearts and galoshes. I think it's called Gardener's Gift. We have this one. Will you grab me the Easter cards at the end, please? This one. What's galoshes without a little rain? We had to add rain to this one. This one. Beautiful hearts. These are next Saturday. And I believe this is the following Saturday, although the kits won't be up until next week. Happy Easter, Bunny. Happy Easter, Lamb. Here's a little chick. Here's a beautiful birdhouse. These don't all have to be Easter unless you want them to, although I think this is most definitively Easter. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. These are not in the system yet. Brittany will build them next Friday. This one. This will be 2 weeks out on Saturday. So we'll have the kids up in time for you to get them to work along. That's our Easter cards, 12 cards. Happy Easter. So those are coming, right? Craft class near you. All right, that's it. Any questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom? Anything at all that I can answer for you? Maybe just a second. Margie and Bryce will be here with you Wednesday for What's New Wednesday. Brittany's got a whole big box over there for What's New Wednesday. Margie will be here on Thursday with the teacup class, and I will be back with you on Saturday to do galoshes and hearts. In the meantime, let me say, stay safe and good night, Gracie.